See,
Straight to
that's
violence.
not
Straight to
violence.
violence.
I'm saying like men do. If you really think about it, Zoe, you probably should start recording because I'm
I
already
already
on the.
started recording.
Oh shit. If you really think about it, men do suffer in silence way more than women.
You sure do, but for like the most part, y'all was the one who was making the rules, and y'all was throwing each other like, "Don't show any emotion." Nobody told y'all to do that
Okay,
except for yourselves.
is it just men though, or is it rich white men? You have to be specific on that
So you're trying to
because you're saying
categorize now. It's not really just men versus
it's.
female at this point. Now you're trying to categorize to fit your narrative.
I'm not categorizing. I'm stating the
Mm.
facts. Who really made the laws? It was rich white men.
And y'all sat there and
Stewie,
followed it.
black men didn't fucking make the rules. Indian men, Chinese men weren't making the rules. It was rich white men in this country, at least.
So in conclusion, that still got nothing to do with us.
Because you said men make the rules. I'm telling you that it
For the
wasn't
most
just
part, y'all
men. It
still
was
do. If we're doing by a ladder, sure, white men are at the top, but women are still at the bottom.
Ooh, why you say women at the bottom?
the bottom.
Because for the
Yeah,
most
it's
part, we
not.
don't got that much shit going on for us.
What are you talking about? You have women in Congress now. You have
Oh,
women.
now, thank
Everyone
you.
was
Oh my god,
part.
finally. Oh! You see
Yeah,
how
but you're
that
speaking
sounds?
as
You see how that sounds,
but
though?
you're speaking as if it's still going on. Women have. I'm not disagreeing with you that women, you know, aren't in power at all, or like women shouldn't be in power. I'm saying that they are now.
Finally.
Hmm. That's funny as fuck what you said. I mean,
Do you think men don't suffer in silence more
No,
than
I'm not
women?
saying that they don't, but I'm just saying that for the most part, men are the ones who are perpetuating that shit, or at least who started it. And then when women be
Elaborate.
telling y'all
Hold up.
express yourselves, it's like, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, elaborate more on what you mean because I want more like
Basically, for the
context.
most part, what I'm trying to say is, whenever someone says like, okay, men are suffering silence, I agree because we do need y'all to stop, being like miserable by yourself. You dead ass need hugs. Y'all do. But the same people who are like perpetuating the thing like men have to be strong are men.
nah, because women
Nah,
say the same thing too. What you mean? No
I'm not
woman
saying
wants.
that women don't do it, but the people who are mostly perpetuating it are men. Why y'all like picking what y'all want to hear?
I mean, like,
Please stop.
what
I
do
I
you say?
agree.
What?
agree with that, but it also comes from like it's a fact of it's both sides really. It's not really mainly men. You would listen. I'm not saying that it's more men than women. I'm saying that it's pretty much both sides because you hear it as a man as you're growing up from both parties. From you would hear it from your grandmother, you would hear it from your father, you would hear it from your mother, your grandfather, you hear it from all these people.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's around like even out at least to the normal human being, right?
Mm-hmm.
To like the average male.
Mm-hmm.
That's in the most case. Plus, like if you do look at it, if you look at it from like really just a biological
Don't
standpoint,
start with biological shit.
not really look at it though. Like if think about like if you really look at it like as like at the prime core of it, women are gonna even if like women will just naturally prefer a guy to have the quote unquote qualities of what makes a man.
See, now I'm
Meaning
gonna
you
go back to way back when we was talking about when, y'all was saying something about women take too long to get ready, and I had to say to myself that maybe I'm a man. I'm an outlier. I don't care as long as you're a nice person. You could be skinny, you could be weak as hell, you could be short. You just gotta be nice. And maybe that's just me, but biologically, I don't think any of that shit matters. Silly.
it's like all right, go ahead, Stewie.
You don't get me wrong. For the majority of females, not Zoe and the maybe that's
The
extreme,
anomaly, anomaly.
but
Anomaly.
most times
Yeah.
a female would want a strong, dominant person that's going to tell them, "Hey, be
Yuck.
quiet, do this or do that," and that's what society usually goes off of.
Yeah, we're not pulling this out of our ass. This is just like
from experience. At least for me, I know that. I don't know if Zay and Stu can attest the same.
Some like that, but I know a bunch of females that's like they don't generally want a weak male. That's
Yeah, that is like subpar, like a requirement for most females.
nah, it's because
Uh,
you are the 1%. You feel me? But that's just what most men go through.
And I mean, depending on the female and how they were grown up, their version of a man may be different. Some of them may be like more like, okay, he has to have a gun, he has to fight. Others, it may be more of like, oh, he has to be financially stable, he has to be able to know how to fix things. So it may be different depending on, the culture, obviously, and stuff like that.
definitely varies depending on that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely varies based on like where they came from. But for the most part, I never really encountered that. Then again, I haven't really been in much relationships. But I mean, it's definitely out there as a requirement. I just never encountered it, but it's definitely out there for the majority. I feel.
I mean, it sucks. It's that's how it is, but that's I don't know. That's just how the world
Those are
works.
the cards we were dealt.
Yeah.
Can't do shit about it.
Right. As a guy, you probably have to go through maybe about 20 to 15 females before you realize that there's that one person that thinks like you. And that's just the sad reality. It's like, yeah, not every single girl thinks like that. Just like how not every single guy thinks like that. 9 times out of 10, a guy is hurt, and that's why he's not that loving, caring provider compared to a girl that's hurt.
Yeah, because best believe it, no guy was just like born like on some tough shit. Like he had to have went through a lot of shit to be molded into like that. Well, maybe he's heart like I don't know, depending on what we're talking about. Like if he's heartless or like he just doesn't like show as much emotion, it's because he was molded into that from his past experiences.
Not necessarily saying it was done by a girl, but yeah.
Yeah, it could be his
Yeah,
parents, it
it
could
could be his
be
parents, it could be anything.
the community he grew up in or
Community, the
culture.
environment, the grandparents, a lot of factors could be that to turn into that.
You seem like you disagree. Hold
I'm
on, I
not
want
gonna
to hear
say
what she has to say.
nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing.
No, say what you have to
I
say.
got
That's
nothing
why
to
we're
say.
here. You have nothing to say. You don't.
No.
So do you disagree with us? Agree with us?
How was you feeling?
Yeah, like because you're giving me the facial expressions like
I
I
don't know
want
what
to
you're
say
talking
some
about. What
shit.
facial expressions? This is my face. That's just how I look.
Lie.
But we gonna circle back.
Okay. Are you single?
I'm sorry, what?
Wait.
Could you repeat yourself? Please. Don't be shy.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why do you think you're single?
Because I don't like talking to people.
Okay, so
I don't
now
want to be in a relationship.
Where are we going with this?
That's what I want to know.
I'm just here for the ride.
listen.
Stu, you're not gonna clown me because people be asking me out.
I'm being honest. There's probably a guy that would do the world for you, but because you don't see him that way, he
That don't mean shit to me. I know people are good. I know these people. They were just dead ass my friends. I just don't want to be in a relationship because of my personal. I don't want to be with somebody.
Did you make them know that?
Did I make them what?
Did you make them understand that?
Yes.
See, they're just like guys get butthurt because of egos and stuff
So
like that. So
that's not my fault if you can't handle that. Same way if I was a man and someone still asked me out and I still said that to them, what does that have to? Not my fault. You can't process. That's not my fault.
that person was supposed to give you the world. That person was willing to do his all for you, but because you're not ready for your own personal reasons, his ego gets
So
hurt.
in conclusion, I would have just thrown myself in a relationship even if I didn't want to. I wasn't ready. That makes sense.
No,
That's
No.
what it sounds like.
Hold on. I will say this. Guys do get butthurt over like something like a simple rejection, like how Zoe's saying. Because if she's not ready and she just doesn't want a relationship,
That's
that should be
completely
fine.
it is
It's
fine.
just it just depend. It just means that the guy isn't mature enough to understand that.
Exactly. It's ego. Also, it's also that. It could be
Yeah,
that for some people. Not saying particularly that person, but like that has nothing to do with the female at that point. Like if a man gets rejected, you get rejected. You're done. You strike. You're done. But if you're still like angry about that, that's not really the female's fault. That's the man's.
Now
So
it
it's
comes back to experience. Like I was saying, what if that was that guy's first experience with Zoe? You feel me? So it's
Why
like,
I gotta
damn.
be the villain for?
I'm not saying
just in general.
Damn. Made me seem like I'm
everybody
fucked up.
is a guy likes a girl and he's willing to do whatever for that girl. And that girl either turns him down or go do something else. That guy has that one perspective on female forever. He's gonna forever remember. I don't
So
know
you're
if
trying to tell me that one singular experience is going
I mean,
You know what,
Singular.
PSA, outside of all this, let it be known that you should not be taking one single experience from certain things to like mold who you are. It depends on how you make a situation for yourself. Please don't go out murdering people because you got rejected one time. Do not harass people. PSA
Not
order.
a
okay.
result of murder.
Okay, like all right, hold on.
I'm
Let's go
just,
back.
I'm just saying. 'Cause
Let's
some people
let's
would be going with
I
like
know.
1 to 10. Just
let's
they
go
just
back.
jump.
Let's go back. Hold on, let's go back. It depends on the situation, right? Like maybe the girl was a bitch, maybe she
But
cheated on
that's
him.
completely different
It
from what
depends.
he's trying to
No,
say.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If we're talking about your situation, well, not situation, the scenario we gave for you, it was a simple, hey, I'm not interested. Like I just don't want a relationship right now. Point blank and simple, no shady shit. That is just meant for the guy to gain some experience. Like just like okay, that was my first L. I gotta hold it. Now some guys take it to heart and like they'll be butthurt. They'll take it to heart. They'll just be like damn, like I really liked her and stuff. But that's just like a little lesson I have to learn that like okay, not everybody's going to like me, and basically it doesn't matter if you give someone the world. It's not like even if you give someone the world and they don't feel the same way, it's not going to change anything. That's a simple lesson that any guy can learn from a situation like that.
Yeah, that's 101. That's
Yeah,
that's that's
it's not gonna. If it's like a different situation, like for instance, say for example, cheating, then I can understand Stewie and be like, okay, that can mold a guy into like having a certain viewpoint of women and stuff like that. But it's
So
like going back to what.
hypothetically, if this guy was gay, would he hate all men
right.
too?
Wait, what?
I'm
What?
just asking, like, if he was going out with a guy instead of a girl, would that just be like all men are shit for him?
Not necessarily. I
No,
don't think it
it's
would
different
be
because he's a man too.
Wait,
No, I
I don't
don't
know how to
think.
answer that because that's
No,
what we,
I'm just
because
curious now. Like,
it's
you
like
got to look at both sides of the cards.
I honestly wouldn't believe that, but honestly, it could be a thing because like people so simply want to just hate something just be off of like their experience alone, and they want to call it negative or positive based on whatever the fuck they went through. Like hate, like I hate girls, I hate females, I hate males or some shit, based off of what happened to them. And this doesn't really go for everybody. So that is kind of like a thing where it definitely has happened. It probably has happened before, but I wouldn't know. I wouldn't fucking know.
Interesting, interesting. Very
I mean,
interesting.
but you see, it goes back to okay, it really goes back to how people process overall, just how they process shit.
Which
If you're
again
gonna
is
take
not the
if
other party's fault, but continue.
no, like I'm agreeing with you actually. I feel like you shouldn't take something simple like a simple rejection and turn it into a whole like crazy thing. More than you're making it more than what it ought to be. It should be a simple like, all right, I'm gonna hold my L. I'm gonna take whatever lesson I got from this and whatever experience, apply it to the next one. Like, if you're gonna go through your feelings, go through them. Cry out your eyes for like a week or two. I don't care however long you need.
But
But
you can't cry out your eyes because you're a man and you're not allowed to cry.
I don't know who told you that. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's not true. That's not true. But
Society says.
society, yeah.
Yeah, society says it's not okay for a man to cry. Yet it's a human function that everybody has. It makes no sense. It's like it's like the equivalent of like not expecting someone to fart if they're gassy.
Love that analogy.
Love
Love
The
it.
equivalent of that. It is literally the equivalent of that. If you feel like crying, you're going to fucking cry, bro. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Like the analogy was all perfect. It's like stop it, bro. So you're telling me it's right for someone to judge you because you have to fart?
No, but like,
But like what? But like what?
I can't.
like that's off the wall. That's like left field.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Bro. It's not really left field or off the wall because like you feel. I know someone feels somewhere in your body that you feel like you don't have to fart or that you don't want to fart because you don't want to leave a fucking trail. Yet still you're causing more pain on yourself.
Okay, you're going off topic.
No, wait, the analogy is good. Hold on.
Back to society. Back to society.
No, the analogy is really good. The analogy is really good.
Like, bro, like it wasn't even that serious, bro.
See, like
Okay.
the fart, if you hold it in, it's gonna start hurting more, right? Cause like you gonna get bugs and whatnot. And sometimes you can't let it out because people are gonna, they gonna smell it. You don't want them to know that you did fart. Feel me?
Exactly.
The analogy is good.
I fart and I just let that be me.
Yeah, let that shit go, bro. Let that shit go.
Okay. All right. Back to society and crying.
Like, you smell that?
Back to society and crying, bro. Honestly, it's the dumbest thing.
It is.
I'm leaving that point at that. I don't really
Honestly,
think there's anything
that's
to
just-
really go into it.
I feel like that's just
It's toxic.
I think that's United States because I feel like in other cultures it is. It's in fact it's like it's encouraged. It's encouraged for a man to cry. That makes you stronger.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
I'm not sure if it's only the United States. Then again, I don't really fucking know.
Well, I know. I'm saying like I feel like because we live here. You feel me? Like,
Yeah. But yeah, when it comes to men crying, every man should fucking cry. What the fuck?
Every man has been forced to either deal with their problems on their own or necessarily like hide it.
Yeah.
For society to say, okay, we need a strong man. Look at like leaders and all that good stuff. Look at just presidents in general. You never see a weak moment in them, but I'm pretty sure our presidents have a
For the most part, all of our presidents suck ass though. That don't count. We can't use them as an example.
presidents.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at Obama because everybody love Obama.
I mean, yeah, I figured we was gonna go down this path.
I'm just saying, like, we haven't seen Obama cry in public.
We haven't.
Why? Because if he was to cry in public, Korea would have thought we was weak and tried to take us over. Right or wrong?
See,
Right.
I can't do politics.
Honestly,
I'm just
I'm being so dead. I just can't do politics.
But most women want strong leaders.
See, all right, there's a level to it because I feel like, all right, women do want their men to express emotion, but when you go too high or you showing too much, that's when they're like, "All right, bro, what's going on?" So you can, I don't know, you're the only female here. Am I thinking something?
I mean, for me, I feel like if you guys want to cry on somebody's shoulder, I feel like that's fine. It's just, I'm not trying to expose nobody, but to a certain level, like if you're being stupid about certain things, like this female cheated on you and you still want her, then I'm gonna look at you like, why are you crying over her? This is the wrong time.
So
You can cry for like a week, but please do not try to go back. There's a certain level of emotions. You're right. There's a certain level, but like I need you not to be stupid about it. Feel me? Like if your mom just died, you could cry for like the entire month, maybe more. Like that's fine. Like you deserve that.
So do you feel like at any point, like a man, like showing emotion or showing too much emotion, is like showing weakness.
No. Because at a certain level, I feel like with emotion comes communication as well. If you're gonna be in the corner pouting, actually what's wrong, you're like nothing, and I find out that your mom just died, you could have told me that. Like I could have
See,
sat down with you, be like, you know, you need a hug, you want to talk, you want to like just lay down for a minute.
all right, and that is why the three of us have said you are part of the 1%, because not a lot of females think like that. Either you're part of the 1% or you're capping. I don't know,
I'm not
but
capping. I
No,
dead
part of,
think
yeah,
you need
the
emotions
one
because that's
the
legit part
1%.
of communication.
That's a
but
1% shit, dude.
yeah, because a lot of women will either say what you said or say something completely different, but they'll like, oh yeah, I want him to, show his emotions and stuff. He shows his emotions or shows too much emotions, and then it's just like, yeah, nah, like
He's
he's
a bitch.
too emotional for me. I don't want him, like, shit like that.
And let's go on to another thing that we all seem to forget for some reason, like everybody, that
What?
people say, oh, men can show emotions, but then again, some, I'm not gonna say all, people who get in trouble, let's go with that. Their emotion is anger, but for some reason, people tend to forget that anger is an emotion.
Okay.
So, like, for the most part, when you have someone who's like angry, like outwardly angry, like, ugh, that's considered, you know, manly and tough, but that's still an emotion. You can't show emotion, but anger is one of those. See where I'm going with this? Make
Anger
sense?
being a manly and tough thing,
The
just
correlation is you correlate
like
them for some reason.
It's more anger. I
it.
think it's more like being stoic in a weird way.
It's more of being a stoic thing because it's like being angry could quickly become like childish.
Yeah.
Being like anger could quickly turn into being
Oh
childish, and
my god. I have
it
no
it.
idea.
So like I would even really associate that. That's just I don't know really what that is. It's
I'm
kind
gonna
of
try to
dumb.
do an example for like, so
I'll
you know,
tell
like some of them gamers who begin a little, they be going up to like 10, you know, getting a
Yes.
little too angry, screaming on Xbox and whatnot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like that, punching holes in the walls and shit like that.
That's stupid.
It is. It is. I agree.
But I only say it's stupid because I don't experience this,
No,
right?
no, no. It's stupid. I
I
don't care what anybody else says. You
no
should not
like
be
yeah, it's
punching holes
definitely
in your wall because
yeah
you're
no,
upset about a
it's
game.
definitely stupid. But like then again, I don't understand what the person's mental level is to even get to that point. So
True.
like I just think that like the whole raging in itself is just unnecessary, and it's kind of it's pretty dumb to even like act out like that. But then again, I don't know the person's mental, so with that as a factor, I still think it's stupid. But I'm not gonna completely like judge someone solely off of that. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
as a person that punches holes in the walls when he do get mad and 2K does get me angry, it's not necessarily a thought that I'm thinking about in the moment. It's like, damn, you just sold me. Ah, left hook.
I mean,
Right.
I punched a hole in the wall before, but it
What
wasn't.
is going on?
But it wasn't gaming related. It was just really stress. Like I was really so angry and just stressed about like I think it was like school or work or something. And I just got frustrated.
And then personally, like I was saying, when I would get mad, I would shadow box the air.
Yeah, that it's yeah,
Yeah, like
Um,
everyone has a different way of dealing with stress,
yeah.
or
Wait,
dealing with
before we
something. It's
continue,
just
can I ask how strong is your house? Cause how y'all just punching holes in walls so casually? This is that's frightening. All right.
listen with
Okay.
enough force and enough like power behind it.
Yeah, a lot of anger and stress.
Yeah,
Yeah, anything's possible.
it could happen. It could happen.
Yeah.
I
No,
never
yeah.
did it, but it could be done.
No, yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyways, pettiness.
But yeah,
Pettiness.
Pettiness. Now I will say I feel like ladies probably are more petty,
hell yeah, 100%.
and but I want to discuss something that I saw last night and I thought was so funny but so fucked up at the same time. So basically, some guy he wasn't getting sex from this girl, so he decided he was gonna like take her wig and throw it in a garbage can like all the way to the bottom. They was both toxic. I don't remember what she had done. She did something else too.
Did I hear you right? He's gonna throw the girl away?
The wig. Imagine though. He
threw the
threw
wig
her
away because
wig
he wasn't
away.
getting ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
wig. Okay.
And then at some point he took her or their bathroom door off for some reason because he was upset with her again, probably not getting sex again.
Okay.
What do you
So
think about pettiness for both genders? Tell me. Explain.
okay, so
Okay,
All right,
so
let's go in order. Who going first?
Since
Zay,
you're at the
Stu?
top
you
left,
you
I don't
you
see
could
why
go
not.
first.
You want me to? All right. So I feel like women are way more pettier than men. That is just from
Damn
my
right.
experience, because there be times where like I've experienced like I would be dead serious about something, but because the female is angered or upset, she will not hear it and like do very small petty things. I had a girl once did not talk to me for like months because I didn't go somewhere with her. Like very petty stuff. You feel me? So like I'm just like okay, like you feel me? I've had a girl once like she didn't talk to me for like a year, and I was like, why? And it was just like, oh yeah, because you forgot my birthday. I'm like, that is so like you know what I'm trying to say. Stuff like
Can I
that is
interject
just
real quick? When I was younger, my father did that to me too. He waited an entire year so he didn't have to tell me happy birthday.
oh,
Yeah.
but all right.
that's
Besides
wild.
the point, yeah, stuff like that. I'm just like, yeah, women are real petty. Now, are men petty? Yes, they are 100% petty. They have instances when they can be, but is it as far fetched and is like the smallest thing can set you off to make you be petty as women do? No.
To interject or to add on,
You
I
can
feel like
take the floor. Take the floor.
I feel like honestly, now this is just from my experience. I'm not saying this is true for everybody. I feel like most of the time, men kind of get petty to like a certain level just because of the female that they're with did it, like on something of that level or higher. Like men are pity, but they're not pity petty. Like men, I feel are petty, but not so easily as much as like a female, but they will do it much worse, you
So
know,
basically, what you're
if
saying
met with
is,
that energy. Like they will match the energy probably worse. The men's case. Men's case.
oh, so it takes a
Because
lot more, but they will be worse. Okay, all right. That's
cause I don't actually know, some cases I don't think it's worse. Honestly, I think it's sometimes just a bit dumbed down. Like I saw a post the other day, like some guy's girlfriend like blew up his PS5 or some shit. But then he turned all her wigs into mops. Shit was hilarious. shit was funny. But shit like that.
see
And
now the thing that I. Oh, I'm sorry.
Now, mind you, a PS5 is like $500 and hard to get. So
That's
hundred
the
dollars.
thing I was gonna
yeah,
say
yeah.
though.
So
All of her
like,
wigs are not cheap.
Yes,
how
I
much is
think
wigs?
Oh,
How
yeah,
much are it
that
depends. I was literally on the phone with Aaliyah last night. She was telling me, "Ooh, this wig." I was like, "How much?" She was like, 200 or something. I'm like, for a wig? And then she kept
okay.
listing off, and she went up to 300 at some point. I think she went to 400 at one of them, and I was like,
Why they costing as much as my PC parts? The fuck?
you might
But I
be
mean,
wrong.
to go on what Zay said, women do like I don't know, bro. I feel like from what I've seen, y'all just take your anger out on like you just hit us where it hurts. I'm sorry, and like it'll be like again
we
over
can't fight
something
you
small.
physically, so we go for the emotions.
I had a girl threaten
That's
once to
definitely
like.
true.
I had a girl once that she was like, "I'm gonna smash your computer." I was like, "Listen, I'm going to
Why would
jail."
she be anywhere near your computer?
That's besides the
Jason.
point.
Jason, answer the question,
Yeah,
Jason.
she said, "I will smash your computer if like you leave or whatever," and I was like, "I have a
That's when you get a
choice. Like,
restraining
I
order.
have a choice.
I have a choice. Like, you can't."
One thing for me, I would tell you is being petty, as if because I'm in a relationship. It's like
Don't make
I
her be near you right now. Just don't make her hear that. I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying.
she
You better make sure that door
That's why
is
I
locked.
be petty too. Is because sometimes you can't really show how a person feels. Like you can't. All right, if you do something to me and it hurts me some type of way and I can't express it, I would do the same thing to you and be like, okay, this is how it made you feel. Imagine how it made me feel. That's
Right.
most of the main reasons why people do petty things. For females, now females, like I said, most females they hit below the belt, so it's like sometimes it's unnecessary. But then again, I understand that you guys are thinking about emotion. Guys, we're thinking about logic, or we're just thinking about the next best thing. So when something happens to us, we're like, okay, boom, how do we fix it? For females, it'll be, okay, I hate you. This is what I'm gonna do to you to make you feel my hurtness, if that makes sense.
Yeah, with females, it's more like this is what I'm feeling, and like they just do whatever they can to like make us feel what they're feeling, if that makes sense. Like I don't know what she was feeling, but I would feel a type of way if she smashed my computer. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So like you guys like depict, excuse me, what you're feeling with like your actions or doing petty stuff, like what Stewie said. We're more on like words and logics sometimes. No, say what you gotta say.
A little bit confused on the using words and logic, when for the most part, I feel like using your words will be communication, which I feel like some guys really don't do. And the
That
logic
goes back.
thing, I'm not gonna say all guys do this because I literally don't know why people cheat in general. But for the logic, some guy was saying how the reason why men cheat, this is what he said, not me, not my words. Go for him. The reason why men cheat, allegedly, is because, oh, well, I think that she cheated already, so just in case she does do it, I could go back to her and be like, well, I did too.
All right, so
The
the
logic.
reason why men cheat for real, is because a woman is lacking in something that they.
So,
Not even, hold on. I don't think it's really gender based in this one. It's really just the relationship as a whole. There was
Yeah.
something being
so this
lacked.
is the other thing I don't
Yeah.
understand, again, with, like,
Yeah.
as a whole. Can someone explain this to me? Why would you cheat instead of just leaving? Because that's something that's never going to click in my brain. I can't
I can't
understand
answer
it.
that question.
It's
It's
not going to
simply
click.
I don't know.
it was very situational because at the end of the day,
Yeah,
might have a kid, you might have a
Mm,
house together, you might be staying in
that
the
don't
same
make
place.
sense either, because even if you had a kid, you go out cheating because that means your partner wouldn't know that you was doing that. It would
it
come
really
back to
like
bite you if they find out, and it probably makes the situation worse. That don't
it
make sense to me.
depends because like sometimes cheating really can be accidental. Maybe like you had too much to drink. It can be no, not accidental as like oh I accidentally put my dick in her. No,
I
like
slipped down the stairs and my dick just landed in her vagina.
no, no, but like I mean this in the sense of like okay, say
Oh
this situation
no.
like okay, like we said, cheating is very situational. It varies person to person. But like say for instance, one is like okay, this couple is fighting, whatever, whatever. The guy is stressed, goes to a party, you know, classic. He had too much to drink. He found some girl
Jason, I'm gonna
cute.
stop you right there before you go to jail. Shh. I'm gonna just stop you. Love y'all. I'm not letting y'all go to jail. Mm-mm. Somebody gonna say something, twisty words.
But it's not my story.
Mm.
This is not my. This is an example. That's the most basic. But that's the most basic shit that happens though. Like that's what happens to like in most relationships. Is like that scenario.
From the people that I've talked to and they talk about cheating, is always there's a lack in something, whether it's a lack
Yeah,
of love, whether it's a lack of attention,
But
whether
again, if you're not
communication.
getting attention in a relationship, why don't you just leave? Are they holding you hostage? Like, what is happening?
I
What
honestly
is the
think when it
logic?
comes to that, when it gets to that point, it's all about communication. Because like, number one, communication is important to everything. And like, if there's a lack of that, then it. I'm not saying it could result in that because it probably could, but I don't know. But I feel like that could lead, like a lack of communication could lead to cheating as
It
a whole.
does.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like communication, I don't think people remember, or I think people forget more like, is that communication is important in any situation, not even just a relationship. It's like any
100%.
situation.
Like, if we have
Communication is
launch codes,
important.
you have to make sure nobody presses that red button.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Hmm.
But
But I
you
mean, at
know,
the end of the day, it could be anything. It really could come down to like both of them are just bad people. Like I don't know. It could be anything. It just varies person to person.
yeah, it, it, it I guess there's a couple of factors in there. I guess you know.
okay, so now there was a lady that this is not cheating wise, but this is more of like dishonesty wise. There was a lady that defrauded her husband out of, I think, a couple thousand, 100 mil,
Yeah, we fighting.
and she let her people understand that, hey, your man's has Alzheimer's, and I'm gonna steal a little bit of money over 20 years though. So now, what do you think in that situation?
I think she
Does
should
it
Wait,
be
not?
put in jail. The hell?
Why do you say that?
Because she's stealing. Those are not her finances.
But 20 years, 20 years of love, loyalty, and
Well, they really love them because now we
Right. If
just
you felt the need that you
because
had to take money from your partner, didn't say nothing to them. Yeah.
do you guys hold up to build off what Stewie is saying? Do you guys feel like there's ever a limit of how much trust you put into your partner?
I feel.
Because I don't know about
Elaborate.
y'all.
What do you mean?
Because like I don't know about y'all. I always heard this like Jamaican proverb saying, "With your left hand, no, your right hand, nothing more. With your right hand, no, your left hand, nothing more." So it's just like
that's
you don't, huh?
I said that's a bad proverb. I don't want both of my hands to know what the hell's going on.
What the?
But like
Just
I would always be confused, and I'd be like, okay, I kind of get it. Don't like let your partner know. Like I kind of get it. Like don't put too much trust into your partner. Like and I'm just like, but at the same time, like shouldn't you trust your partner completely? Because
you
that's who you're married to or whatever.
uh, if you plan on spending the rest of your days with this person, you should definitely have a lot of trust into them, right?
Hmm.
I would safely say that if you plan on having a future with that person or your significant other or whoever, you should definitely have a lot of trust into them. Because I mean, what would be your reason to not have any trust into them, right?
I
Unless you
mean,
were provided a different kind of vibe or
I
provided a red
guess
flag,
like
right?
maybe if like the only way I could like really reason it is like maybe they're bad with finances and you wouldn't trust them with certain money. You still love them, but you wouldn't trust them with that, so you wouldn't tell them like certain things about your finances.
Right.
Like that's the only thing that would make sense in my head for right now.
Yeah. Finances, I would safely say, is kind of like a different part of that. I would say that's like a whole different category.
Also, I
But I
would
feel like
say like
that's what I see. That's the only part like I really put that saying to. It's just like okay, the only thing I can think of is money. Don't like let them know about this savings account when this, and this is going on.
oh, by the way, I was told as a female, but let it be known for y'all guys too, because everybody needs to know this. If you get into a relationship or maybe just married in general, please set aside money in case you have to run. Like you actually need to run. And don't let them know about that. Because sometimes in relationships you can get into certain situations where like you can't one, they might financially dominate you, which you don't want. You need to be able to have your own expenses for certain things. Two, if they're like abusing you, because men do get abused, let that be known. Let's not play.
Johnny
They do
Depp,
get abused.
Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp.
Nah. If you're getting abused, you have money set away so that way you could like, run off and start your new life. Stuff like that. Please set aside, have your own separate finances that they do not know about. Because if they know, they could probably do something to get it.
Hmm. Like unless
Just
it's like
those
a
things.
joint account, your own private account
You could
should be
have
on like
both.
on a. No, I'm saying like if you like your private account should just be on a need to know basis. If anything, like you just let them know what you have right now, what you don't have in total, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Hmm.
I
If
agree
anything.
to a point, but it's like if you guys are together and you know that you're there forever, why are you hiding an account on the side? That makes sense.
I
I would
mean,
right. I think it's
Yeah,
just because
let
it's
me.
more of like a
I'm gonna keep.
personal
I'm gonna
account.
keep it cut and dry. There is always the possibility of them doing you dirty. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
There's
realistically,
always
As
the
there is.
possibility of that.
as
You
human
can trust as
beings,
much as you want, but sometimes people just turn a switch on and they
that's
just
what I'm trying to
change.
say. As
Hmm.
much, I don't care how much you love them, how much you dated, trust, whatever. If you y'all grew up together, there is always the possibility of them flipping the script and becoming a whole new person overnight. Because people do change.
Definitely
People
Hmm.
do
do.
change, and they do switch up on you. So you have to prepare for that one day. Not saying it's going to come, but just in case, here is my emergency fund if shit goes left.
Okay, but do you feel like that's manifesting?
No.
No,
And
it's
again,
manif.
it doesn't have to
Go
like
ahead.
really be a hidden account. It's just like your own personal account that they don't
It's
have
just really
access
your
to.
personal account. Yeah, it really just be like something you would always have, you know.
Because manifesting would be like,
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna do this. They
yeah, like
100%.
every day you look
You're
at
just
that
like
account,
waiting for it to happen.
yeah, like every day you look at that account or you put money into that account, you're thinking like it's gonna come soon, it's gonna come. That's manifesting.
Right.
Me just saying, all right, this is my own thing, God forbid something happens, I'm just gonna have my little savings in here, my little couple thousand or whatever.
Yeah, safety savings type shit.
Other doing that?
Say again?
Are you okay with your significant other doing the same thing?
Yeah, you can have your own account.
Yeah, you can have your own account.
Be completely fine.
I, for the most part, I hope you
I
do.
can
Shit.
I can see how that can generate some amount of
Distrust.
distrust because it's just like, oh, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna cheat on me? Or are you sending money to like your sugar daddy in
Wait, why are you
Afghanistan?
sending money to it?
Hey, why in Afghanistan? The fuck? All places, fucking Afghanistan.
But it's just like I don't know. That comes down to a conversation you both need to have and just be like, hey, look, these are the ground rules for our relationship, and this is part of it. This is one thing's part of it. Just having separate accounts.
And plus, the joint kind of for like bills and household shit, so like it's fine.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
like,
the joint should be like bills,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for like the shared
mortgage.
adventure. Yeah, like mortgage, a house,
right.
bills and shit.
And plus, if you
I
have
don't know,
like a
bro.
personal,
I was gonna say, I don't know. In my head, I always said to myself, if I get married, I'm signing a prenup. I am sorry.
I mean,
signing
bro,
a
if that's
prenup.
if you feel like that, then
So
Like,
you guys
judge you for your decision.
having a joint account, having two separate accounts on both parts.
I am completely fine with having a joint account and personal
well,
account.
okay. So like, what do you mean by hold up? What do you mean by
Their account, right or wrong?
What happened?
You shouldn't be able to ask your your significant other on the account. That is her business. Whatever she does or whatever he does, that is their business. You don't care about it.
yeah.
What
Okay.
I
they
guess
what
for
they
the
buy
most
with
part, if you have separate accounts, it's more about how much you trust your partner as well.
Yeah. I mean, if I see you with like, you bringing in, meth machines or something in the house, I'm gonna ask questions. But for the most part, we good.
I don't really see an issue with that so long as I can trust the person.
But wait, my question is like, when you mean separate accounts, do you mean like, okay, only their name is on the account, you're not a beneficiary, stuff like that, right?
Stewie, unmute yourself, please. Tell me what you feel.
You're muted, bro.
Right.
I just can't agree with it, to be honest with you. Because it's like, if we both are supposed to know what's going on and we're both supposed to be in it, ride or die, then there should be no reason why we're both hiding money from each other or stashing away money
I
for
don't think it's
just
really hiding money though. Like,
Yeah,
imagine
that's
you want to
you.
do something for your boo. Like, I don't have to have my like joint account for that. I can pay for your dinner, Like, it's out of my
When I,
pocket,
like-
not our pocket, my pocket. I pay for you.
Yeah, like when I'm saying like hiding away shit, I don't mean like literal
Like, they don't
hiding
know how
away,
much
like
money you got in your account
like
at any given time.
my thing is because it's like my thing is like if I'm willing to make a joint account with somebody, then I don't like mind sharing my other like fundings or sharing what I'm being paid with or whatever the fuck. But I mean, it's just good to have your own account. Is all. Is what
Plus,
I'm really
like, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure that also goes to like, there's a certain amount of like, like boundaries you guys have. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, it feels good to have your own personal say. Like, what if you want to send your mom $1,000 or something, right?
And your partner
Yeah.
don't
Why would
like
I-
your mom.
Yeah, like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, so.
I'm,
But, like,
it
why would
makes
I
more
get
sense
that?
that way though.
No, you're right. But, like, why would I get that from, like, our joint account? You feel me? Like, I'll just
Right.
take it from my personal, you feel me?
Yeah, like imagine your partner wants to get a gift from you for you, and like they take the money out of the joint account or they do the transaction on that account. You see it, then the prize is like completely fucking gone. So,
But
That's true.
hold on, that goes back to my question, Stewie. Do you mean separate accounts as in like, oh, my name is not on that account at all as like a beneficiary or anything, or it's just their single name? It's just their name alone is on the account.
I'm looking at it as if, okay, you have your account, I have my account, and whatever you do in your account is your business. Whatever I do in my account is our business. And then you have one account for bills. Do you see that there's a problem with that, or do you
I feel
feel
like
like
I'm
that's
not
meant
understanding what you mean.
relationship going in half?
I think he
Like,
means I think he really means like, okay, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, Stewie. Like, okay, you have your joint account, you pay your bills and stuff out of that. Then you have your own personal accounts where I am not allowed to know what's going on in that account. That is your business. Right or wrong?
Yeah, but I feel like that makes you more suspicious of like, what are you doing with that account that I
But you
can't?
see, that's you manifesting some negativity. You feel me? Like
I
that's
feel like it's
just because
more
we're
like
just
paranoia. Did someone hurt you, bro? Are
yeah.
you okay? I'm being so serious. Like, are you good?
No, I'm okay, but that's how most relationships kind of end with some type of distrust or some type of negative mind thought.
yeah.
Just think about it as how was you hurt in your past relationships, and then now you feel like the need to hide money from me when I know that I'm
But you
down with
see, it does it would it make like if you trust me, like if I trust and love my partner, it shouldn't make a difference whether I do show my personal account to you or not. We have a joint account together. We have money in an account together. My personal thing shouldn't like affect your trust that much. You feel me? Like if I'm exhibiting signs that I'm cheating, that's different.
That's
Because
when
then
you
you're
get
gonna
a
be like,
private investigator.
yeah, that's when you want to be like, okay, I want to see Jason your account and shit like that. That's different. But like, if y'all love and trust each other, to an extent, then you know,
You shouldn't really be worried about what they doing.
Yeah,
yeah.
you're not even gonna be really thinking about their account like that.
a
That's a
joint
fact.
account. And whatever money you need on the side, you should be like, hey, I'm taking this money out of this account.
But why do I have to run to my partner every time I need to take money out? Like, what if I
Because
just want to get something to eat on the street real quick and I don't got any money on me?
I mean, but then you as long as we
I'm gonna
tell them,
sell you. I'm gonna sell you. I'm gonna sell you.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna, I'm gonna sell you. How much you need? You need $5? I got you.
And another thing with that too is like you would have to be already made for this, but like I guess like what if you was to buy them something like let's say we was like trying to buy you another PS5 for some reason, right? And I wanted that to be like a surprise. I don't want to like I would have to have my own personal account for that instead of like dipping in where you could see like why are you taking out $500?
Like obviously, as a couple, there would be like a time where we sit down and discuss our finances. But like I
Definitely.
said, it's not going to be a secret. That I have
Right.
this account. I'm not telling you I don't have the account. I'm letting you know from jump. This is the grounds for our relationship. I have my own account. You have your own account, and we have these accounts together.
I just feel like the way you made it seem was like I'm saving up just in case, or whenever we split up, type of shit. I got my own.
That
Oh
is
no no
part
no no no
of
no no
it.
no 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 no.
It is a part of it. It is a part of the one of the things for that account. It's
I
not the
feel like you're
main
mixing up
reason.
my PSA with like what we was talking about though.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like a plus, pretty much, for just having a personal account in that situation. If something was that to happen, if you had to leave or some shit, you would just have money.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Y'all
You
got
should
me
just
on
have
that
money
one.
for yourself altogether
Like
in
this
general.
manifest.
I can tell
Exactly.
you got some paranoia in your butt
Yeah.
because
We gonna have to talk
shit
about
is.
that later.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah, let's end it from now. We gotta go through a little therapy with my boy.
Right.
You want to wrap it up, Toby? You
Um
want to wrap it up? I'm pretty sure we hit the 45-minute mark.
Well,
50
on the
minutes
end of
and
it,
5
like I said,
seconds.
this is all opinions. At the end of the day, everybody's entitled to their own. Not everybody's people is cheating on them and got a separate account ready to leave them. But
Yeah.
I understand.
If you have
Feel
any trouble with your partner, please communicate and talk to them.
It is
Yeah.
important. It is
Very important.
important.
and
Number
if
one rule.
if you do have
Men,
a separate
do not.
account,
Go ahead.
don't. If you have that separate account, manifestation is real because if you have it for the sole purpose of if I leave this dude, you feel me, or
No,
if
he's
he
right. He's right
that
though.
don't
He's right,
Yeah.
but that's you manifesting it. It's not because the account is there. Like, we have that account for that reason, but it's
Yeah.
also other reasons. It's my own money. Damn, I can't put money in my own account. Like we have an account together. I'm putting money in there for our bills and stuff, and like, fixing the house and things like that. Let me have my own. Like, if Papa wants to buy a watch, Papa is going to buy a watch. You feel me?
My papa.
Yeah.
But
Two
Like,
American standards, though, it's like to death do us part. So like, what's the point?
okay, you see, all right, now we're going into a whole other debate. We're wrapping this up. All right, my only thing to say is, men, do not be afraid to communicate your feelings. It's not weak to cry and show emotion. Communicate your feelings with your partner. It will make them feel way better to know what the fuck you're thinking than for them to guess 24/7 and be like, on some Batman shit. So just
and
communicate.
don't be a salty dog. At the
Yeah,
end of the day, don't. If you get rejected, you get rejected. It's a part of life, cycle of life.
You won't die.
Don't go crazy. Please don't. Don't.
And if your partner doesn't like you showing emotion, maybe they're not for you.
think that over. Yeah.
Like they said, don't take one instance and oh my god, that's the rest of my life. I gotta think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will never mentally recover from this ever again.
Like, take your steps, cry it out, but like, know that you gotta take a lesson from this. Look for the lesson, learn from it, apply it to the next one, keep it moving, bro.
You have nothing but time.
Especially when
Time
you're
time
under
is what
50.
you have. Take all the time that you need to heal, if anything, because
At the end of the day, you are number one priority for yourself.
you are number one.
Let's
And
next Steve. You wanna go get yourself a little sugar baby or a sugar mama? Wink, wink, all the other people. Yeah, take your time. Life is long. We all are at least 75 years.
if you have one thing, if you have multiple things or just one, you have time. Time is always a thing. It's always a factor.
Yeah.
Use it to your best ability.
Well,
Don't use it. Don't use it in a shitty way of trying to fucking end somebody's life in one life. That don't work
just
out.
look for the lesson, learn from it, apply it, become a better person. Because
Mhm.
life is all about experiences, and
Mhm.
just take everything with a grain of salt and learn from it. But this has been a bunch of clowns with your love it. Well, not even love advice. This is for the young men out there and shit. Next episode maybe we're gonna go apply it to the young women.
And
So,
dikes, just in case.
Yeah. But maybe next episode, Zoe, we can make this about, stuff we can talk to young women about,
I can't help them. They are a lost cause. I'm sorry, ladies. You on
We
your
gotta
own
bring
for that one.
We got to bring some women on the next
Stay,
podcast.
stay!
Some females.
And we want to hear your views too, man. Let us know what's going on. If you
Down in
want
the
to be on
comments
this,
below.
have some controversial ideas that you think that we can't agree to or we can't agree to, let us know. We'll get you on there. We do this every Sunday at 5 o'clock. I don't know when it's going to air.
Don't tell them. Oh. Ew.
But yeah, with that, everyone take care. Be easy.
Bye.
Catch you on the next one.